Okay, so we're going to modify this sketch here. We were controlling the neopixel. We're going to modify this to now control like the number of LEDs that are turned on with a sensor. So we're going to say int sensor pin, and so you could use like the little joystick controller, a potentiometer, whatever kind of sensor. It'd be an analog sensor, so we'll set it to pin A0. And then what we'll do is we're going to go ahead and delete all this right here. So we're going to start by turning on or turning all the LEDs to off. Okay. So we've set all the LEDs to off. Actually, before we do that, let's read the sensor. So we're going to say int sensor reading equals analog read on pin A0, or sorry, sensor pin. Okay. And once we've done that, we want to turn that into like a number of LEDs that we want to turn on. So we're going to use, say, int LED equals, and we're using the map function, and we're going to put in our sensor reading, and we're going to set the minimum value to 0 and the max to 1023, and this will be dependent on the sensor you use. You can change those values. And then we'll set it from 0 to the number of pixels in our strip. Okay? And so now what we do is we turn them all off, and for now we'll just turn the one LED on. So we turn them all off. We're going to turn on one to white. Okay? And so then this will be, we'll just type LED here because that indicates the number of them we want to turn on. Then we'll show it, and then do a short delay, maybe like 50 here. Okay, and so what this is going to do, it's going to read our sensor. We're going to take that sensor reading and we're going to map it to an LED number between 0 and the number of pixels we have. And then we're going to set all of them to off, except we're going to turn that one on. Then we're going to show the strip, and then we're just going to wait a brief moment before running the loop again. Okay, and so we'll come over to here. And so I've got a potentiometer here. You can use a different sensor. And so we run this code, and you can see the first one's on. And as I turn this, you can see that the one that's on changes and moves its way up the strip until it looks like it runs off the strip. So that's kind of interesting. So the way we could tweak that is maybe with the map function, we could set it to be the number of pixels -1, and then see if that fixes that problem with it going off the edge. Start at the beginning, so wrap around. Yep, there we go. Got our last one on. Got our first one on. Okay, and so that's how it works. Now, if instead we want to have them all turn on, so you have like a kind of a gauge type thing, then what we can do is we come back to here, and we'll use another for loop to turn them on. And so we'll say for, and then instead of number of pixels, we'll use the current LED that we set from the map function. So we're going to go from 0 to that LED we want to turn on. And we'll set these to be instead 255. Okay, now again, this is where that simulation gets buggy, so it's not going to show this. So you'll have to try this on your own. Yeah, it's not doing what it's supposed to, but if you test this on your own, it'll get the effect that you want. Okay, and so now we've got a way to control our NeoPixel with a sensor there.